legs to the snakes. Legs on the snakes. Drippy, trippy in my walk, yeah. Drippy, trippy in my talk, yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Khadijah, for those of you that do not know me, and this is a place for young entrepreneurs that are looking for a little guidance through their journey and want to look good while doing so. So I know we haven't done this in a little bit. It's been a little while. It's been about 2 months to be exact, and I apologize for that. I've been gathering my thoughts, gathering my life, figuring things out. So I wanted to come on here and just address something that I feel like I should address, even though I don't have that many subscribers, but I now have 75, and I'm so thankful, like, to all 75 of y'all. Thank you. And for anyone else who subscribes after this, thank you. But I wanted to come here today and address why I left the network marketing industry. So for those of you that do not know what network marketing is, just to keep it simple, it's a very common way for a lot of companies to get their businesses out there by creating a way of marketing their companies through other people. So once they get one person to commit to their product and want to tell someone else, they'll share it with someone else, and that person will share it with someone else, so on and so forth. So basically this creates a way of spreading the company's business for free, basically. And they will compensate certain people based on how many people they share the business with, and so on and so forth. So that's just to keep it simple. A lot of people like to think that network marketing is a pyramid scheme, and I am no longer a part of it, but I will say that it is not. Yes, some companies are, and they can get in trouble for that, and they have, but they are not. A pyramid scheme, again, if you guys want to go look at one of my old videos, and I talked about the common misconceptions of multi-level marketing companies. Pyramid scheme is when, you know, a company decides to put out a promise, and, you know, someone doesn't get something in return at all for the amount of money or whatever they invested into it. So this company is not a network marketing scheme. You guys know that I was a part of I Am Mastery Academy. That's not something that's hidden. Everyone knows that at this point. But I did want to address why I'm no longer a part of it. I joined in August of 2019, I believe, and I decided to officially leave maybe towards the end of last year, between October, December, around that time. That's when I decided to step away from it. But I basically, you know, came into it with the promise of, you know, multiplying my money. Now, that was my initial intention. I just wanted to learn how to trade in the foreign exchange market, and basically, you know, just figure that out, navigate that, and, you know, multiply my money. You know, at that time, I just graduated college, and I really was looking for a way to multiply my money so that I can invest into other things. As you guys know, I am working towards being a full-time entrepreneur with my styling business. I want to start other businesses and things of that nature. So that was my initial intention. I felt that, you know, when I initially came in, it was very, very, the word I want to use is consuming. I'll be completely honest. It was very, very consuming. I was given this promise of multiplying my money, but not only could I multiply my money, but I can invest into the network marketing industry and then multiply my money even more, because I would be getting money from the company and then I can reinvest it into the foreign exchange market. So I was given this promise, you know, from the jump. It wasn't like pushed on me, but it was suggested. So I took the suggestion, and after a month, I hit the first ranking within the company. So it didn't take me too long. Some people do it even quicker than me, but I initially did not have the intention of participating in the network marketing part. So what I also wanted to say was that this became really consuming to the point of where, like, I thought I was gonna have more freedom. That's the promise they give you, but I ended up just doing this all the time and had no other time for my actual life. So that's what I meant by consuming. So that was not initially my intention. But, you know, I fell into it because that's what majority of my team was doing. And, you know, it went from there. So I realized, you know, I was, of course, now committed to this. So I had to push to the next rank. I did not hit the next rank until I said I joined in August. I hit my first rank in September. And then I didn't hit the second rank until March of the next year. So March last year of 2020 is when I hit the second rank. So, okay, it took me a few months to get to, you know, the second rank. But then I realized once I was at the second rank, this is when things start to get very up and down. So, like I said, this is not to bash the network marketing industry or this specific company. I just want to tell y'all about my specific experience and the truth about it. So, it was very up and down at this point. It was very up and down and up and down and up and down. I would hold my rank, then de-rank, and then completely lose my ranking altogether. So at this point, I don't have any other source of income coming in. It was only this. And it was the same thing with trading. Now, trading in the foreign exchange market is something that is a skill. It's to be learned. Yes, I was told I'm going to have all these educators. I'm going to have all this help. I'm going to be able to do all these things because I'm going to have help, right? But that also was very up and down. I found that my results were not very consistent. I'm not going to put the blame on the company for that. That was, of course, I played a role in that as well. But I personally think that some things within the company can be fixed. But again, it's not to bash the company or the team, my team that I was a part of. This is just my personal experience, as I said. I feel that, again, like I said, everything was very, very up and down, up and down, up and down. And this is, you know, inevitable when it comes to entrepreneurship or working for yourself or creating your own income, right? It's bound to happen. You're bound to have a lot of ups and downs, right? And I was okay with that. You know, at this point, I think I was, you know, maybe 8 months in, maybe at this point. I was like, okay, you know, it's all right. Like, I'm not doing too terribly. It's okay. Like, but at this point, my bank account is dwindling. And as a college student who was only working retail, a college graduate that was only working retail, there wasn't much in my bank account in the first place. So, my bank account started to dwindle a little bit. I was spending my last on a lot of things. Companies tend to, of course, host a lot of events and things of that nature. So, of course, I was dishing out whatever I had to go to these events. Even my mom, God bless her heart, she has paid for events for me to go to. And the local events, of course, I made my way to them with my own money, with whatever I had. But I didn't have much for a very long time. And I started to realize that this was more so taking from me than it being a equal give and take. I felt like it was just taking and taking and taking and taking, and I just wasn't getting anything back. And I know that you know, a lot of people don't see a return within their first year of entrepreneurship or whatever you want to call it, because it's not really entrepreneurship. You're technically just working for another company by selling their product, but that's here nor there. But I'm not knocking anyone's hustle, but all I will say is that this industry is not for everyone. That's all I'll say. I personally feel like, one, you are gonna have to have very tough skin and be prepared for anything, because anything can happen. You just don't know. It's from day to day. You don't know. Two, prepare to lose, and lose again before you win. I personally did not see very large wins I did have some good days, I had some bad days. I just never got to see the big win where I was like, ooh, I'm a chairman. So that's one of the top ranks in our company. So at that point, you are considered a 6-figure earner. So I did not see that day. I personally had it on my board, that within a year in, I was going to hit chairman, I was going to do this, I was going to do that. And, sometimes they say when you plan out things too much, God laughs at you. I sure was laughing after a year in. When I had literally no money and I was dead broke and had no money coming in, no income, no nothing. And my team was dwindling by the day, dwindling. And I personally just did not like that inconsistency. I know that, of course, as a leader, that has a lot to do with me. My faith started to dwindle, of course. So, of course, because my faith was dwindling and I was pushing forward and putting on this face that I was good and everything was fine, it's all energy, of course. I was not fully believing, and at that point I wasn't attracting the right people into my business. Like I said, I'm gonna take accountability for what happened. I'm not saying that it was the company's fault. I'm not saying that it was because of them. It was, of course, because of me too. I personally feel like, I will say, I didn't feel fully supported because I wasn't one of the top ranked people. I didn't feel fully heard. I'm a person that loves to work with teams. I'm a very team-oriented person. I would prefer to work that way. And I personally feel like, a lot of times when I would offer advice or offer opinions on things, they were not heard, they were not acknowledged, anything of that nature. So, I personally feel like I'm meant to work solo dolo or with a very tight-knit group of people. I don't think working with a large group of people on that scale is for me. Of course, they sold me a dream. That's what I'll say. They sold me a dream, told me, if you put in the same work that I do, you'll get here by this time, da 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 da. What I was noticing was just people, that had a lot of pull on social media. They know how to work social media, or they just had the gift of gab, they're good at talking to people. I felt like, I might have had the gift of gab. I feel like I'm pretty good with talking to people. I've worked in sales all my life. I'm pretty good at that part. But, I felt like I didn't really have the social media thing going for me. I kind of just felt lost in the sauce. That's what I'll say. Everybody else had their lane. They had their thing. But I felt like I didn't really have a place there. I just felt out of place. Like, that's what I'll say. Like, to end it off, like, I really felt out of place, and I started to realize that maybe this is not for me. And that's fine, that's okay. And I feel like this is something that's a part of being an entrepreneur and learning new things and trying new things. Like, I cannot say that I didn't try, and I'm glad that I did. I met great people. I learned a lot of things from all the people that mentored me, that I still talk to this day. We may not talk every day, but I still follow them on social media. I still see what they're doing. I still cheer everybody on, because that's what they choose to continue to do. But I realize it's just not for me. And that's okay, like I said. But personally, I just want to share my story with you guys to, maybe shed some light on the network marketing industry, and not to bash it, because there's so many videos on here bashing it, and I definitely do not see it as a negative thing. I don't see it as that, because my experience was mostly positive. To be honest, it was mostly positive. It was nothing but people just trying to uplift each other and, change the narrative, especially within, our generation of, people that look like me. So that's all I really saw within, the business. Of course, there were some downsides, but, that's here nor there. Like I said, I'm not here to bash anyone, but I just wanted to make it clear that I'm no longer a part of I Am Mastery Academy. I am no longer a part of the network marketing industry. And I don't think I'll ever do it again. It would probably be a miracle if I ever did, and somebody's gonna really have to convince me. Other than that, I just wanted to let you guys know what I'm doing now. I am actually offering styling services now. So it's an official domain. If you visit styledbyksh.com, I'll put it on the screen here. You guys can head over there and check out my previous work, and you can now see on the page my styling services. So if you're interested, or if you have anybody else that's interested in working on changing their wardrobe, or working on changing their style, or they don't have a style, or whatever the case may be, just go ahead to the site and check it out. If you have any questions down below for me, we can talk in the comments, or you can message me personally on my Instagram or my Twitter, and we can talk. I want to help y'all. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.